The local First Nations community in this area include Chippewa, the Nations of the Thames First Nations, the Oneida Nation of the Thames, and the Munsee Delaware Nation. The London Abused Women's Centre acknowledges the historical and ongoing injustices that Indigenous peoples endure in Canada. We do recognize that land acknowledgements are not enough and that words must be followed up with actions. Colonial systems actively harm Indigenous peoples, and in particular, Indigenous women and girls, and Two-Spirited people across Turtle Island today. The London Abused Women's Centre is committed to fostering just and respectful relationships with Indigenous communities. In our work to end male violence against women, we often confer with our sisters who offer great wisdom and guidance. Chimigwech to them and all Indigenous peoples for taking care of this land from time immemorial and for sharing the land with those of us who are newcomers. I'd now like to introduce Jennifer Dunn, our Executive Director of the London Abused Women's Centre.
Hi, everybody. Is the mic okay? Am I all right this year, Mark? Yeah? All right. Thank you. Thank you so much to all of you for coming. It's always so nice. There's so many of you here. The London Police are here. I see you, Catherine Dan, and I saw Amy Birch, and it's nice to have you here. We have many MPs and MPPs here as well. So I want to say thank you to all of you, as well as city councilors, and I saw Vito Frigia over there, and the mayor as well. So thank you so much to all of you for coming. I want to say thank you to a couple of our sponsors that I know are here, Bell and Harrison Pensa as well. And I want to quickly acknowledge all of the Lock staff. Many of you are here tonight as well, and our board of directors and our volunteers. In the last year, good? Okay. Yeah, thank you, Mark. I didn't do anything that time, I promise. So much has happened. We have received unbelievable support from the community and from our donors and from our funders, and that really does not go unnoticed, and so thank you so much. We have also received some incredible support in terms of community collaboration, and so I have had the privilege of working alongside some amazing people like Elissa Rose from Women's Rural Resource Center, Jessie from ANOVA, who I know is here, Kathy from Street Level Women at Risk, Ilyas from Muslim Resource Center, as well as Amy L. and Michelle from Changing Ways. London Police, oh, it did it again. I didn't do any, oh, there we go. It's all right, I'm just gonna keep going here. So it's really important to have continued community collaboration. It's so important for us because there's no one single organization in the City of London that has all the answers for women and girls that need to access service. So it's really important that we are all available to help them when they are ready. And so I also want to mention that we have an incredible group of women that support us, that are survivors, that we pay for their time, and they advise us on our work and what we do. And I want to really take this opportunity to thank them and everything that they do for us. So this past year, there's clapping. Thank you. Thank you for clapping, because honestly, those women, from everything from telling us that, our space when they walk in is we maybe feeling a little bit cold or clinical and we need to warm it up, all the way to, oh, you're going to speak at the Senate. This is what I think this is, maybe a good point to bring up. And all of that is so important. And how else would we know, truly what is going on the ground if we don't listen to the women that are currently going through that? So this past year, the London Abused Women's Centre has had nearly 11,000 service interactions, 11,000. And so this includes over 4,000 individual counseling, group, and urgent service interactions. This also includes over 6,000 calls for support. And included in this number is over 320 women and girls who have been trafficked or were at risk of being trafficked. So this year marks the 15th year that we are running this campaign. And so, as most of you know who have been here for many years, the goals of the campaign are to raise awareness around the issues of male violence against women and girls. And so we want to do that so that women feel less shame, and we can shift the shame and blame that they might be feeling over to the shoulders of the perpetrator who is causing the abuse and violence. Women need to know that they're not alone and that the community supports them. They need to know that every time they see a building lit purple or a purple flag flying in the sky, that somebody will listen to them and they will be believed. So with this being the 15th year, we are wanting to shine the light on femicide and trafficking. Both of these issues are way too familiar in London. Just a minute ago, I had mentioned that the London Abused Women's Centre had provided support to over 320 women who have been trafficked or were at risk of being trafficked. And that's because it happens in our city. And there's a lot of people that don't know that. So we have lost way too many women at the hands of men. And today, and almost every single day, and I said this last week as well, I think about Cheryl Sheldon, Brianna Broadfoot, Tiffany Gates, and Caitlin Jennings. 4 names of 4 women that you should know because they have all been murdered in our city. And if you don't know who these women are, you need to take the time to educate yourself and learn who they are. And this year we want you to learn the names of 2 more women, Sarah Buell and Samantha Lambert. Last week when we launched the campaign, we heard from Sarah's mother. She was here. Her name is Fartumo. She spoke about her daughter's life. Today, we have Yvonne with us. Yvonne is Samantha's mother. Yvonne is going to share a story about Samantha's life and how trafficking impacted both of their lives. And we know sometimes these stories are very difficult to hear, and please keep in mind it's also very difficult to tell them. So we're so honored to have Yvonne here. Yvonne, would you like to come up and speak?
Hello. Hello. On September 7th, 2018, my world changed as I reported my daughter Samantha missing. It crumbled on February 17th of 2019 when her body was found in Welling. I believe my daughter was a victim of human sex trafficking, and now that I know more, I recognize the signs based on the behavior leading up to her disappearance. There were changes in her behavior. She was hanging around different crowd, largely consisting of older men. She was coming home with expensive items there was no explanation for how she got them. She was never allowed to come and see me, her mom, without them there. Samantha was so much more than what happened to her. She was my daughter. She was a friend to so many. She loved being around her friends. She was a true extrovert, making friends wherever she went. At school, dance class, on her street, even going to the park. Samantha's laughter was infectious, and she had a unique ability to bring joy to those around her. Her childhood was marked by strong bonds with family and her friends, who cherished the time spent together. Now, with Halloween having just passed, I thought I should mention one of the highlights of her trick-or-treating career. Around grade 3 or 4, Hannah Montana was her favorite TV show, and as was for her friends as well. So rather than fighting over who got to be Hannah that year, we had 3 Hannah Montanas all in that same group, trick-or-treating together in their little blonde wigs. It was hard to tell them all apart. Samantha was also an animal lover. She went to the zoo with her friends in the summer and grew up with cats in the house her whole life. She helped strays when they were in need and helped nurse newborn kittens. We had 2 litters that she took care of herself as well. In addition to her love for animals, she had a strong aspiration to become a nurse, working in healthcare. Her compassionate nature made her well suited for this path, and she often spoke about wanting to help those who were suffering. That's what I want, to end the suffering. I don't want another parent or a girl or a woman to suffer the way my family has. If you are being trafficked, tell your parents. They won't be mad. They love you. If your child tells you they're in trouble, believe them. They may have been subject to manipulation that their kindness didn't recognize. You may feel like this couldn't happen in your backyard, as I so thought, but it does, and it will. And yeah, you may like it, but this is not true. If you want to talk to people that can help you understand how to protect your children and what the signs of trafficking are, please go and speak to the staff at the London Abused Women's Center. Samantha was a genuine, protective person, and she would help anyone if she could. I'm just asking you to do the same that Samantha would have done. Be kind to each other. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yvonne. Honestly, your bravery and strength to speak about your daughter is remarkable, really. And I loved the story about Halloween, especially because Halloween was last night and the three Hannah Montanas. It's just such a good story. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And honestly, because of you, there are going to be women watching that, you know, feel like they're not alone because you have shared that story. So thank you so much. So as we gather here in Victoria Park, we are surrounded by these silent witnesses, and some of you might be familiar with these silent witnesses. I know I've had many conversations about them today, about how there's just more and more. Every year we seem to be unveiling a new silent witness, and I said last week it would really be nice if next year at this time we weren't standing here doing the same thing. But the fact of the matter is we will be, and so we need to figure out what we're going to do. And that takes all levels of government, and it takes the entire community to come together to do that. And so it starts with all of you, and it starts with a campaign like this. And see, I always end up going off script at this time, and then I'm like, I don't remember what I'm supposed to say. The silent witness. So we want to unveil a silent witness with you today, Yvonne. We have a silent witness of Samantha. Would you like me to do it, or Yvonne, would you like to come over? So Samantha silent witness will join the other silent witnesses that we have and come to this event every year and remind all of you of their lives. So I really hope that after this that you take a moment to come and read the stories of their lives and the plaques on their chest. So please pay attention to our social media throughout the month of November. The Shine the Light on Women Abuse campaign runs the entire month. And so we want to make sure that you have a conversation. Talk to somebody about why you were here tonight. Share what you know about why that building will be purple or why that flag is flying in that plaza. And this year we have over 100 illumination points across the world. 100. So have a conversation and let's talk about it more. So thank you for being here tonight. Really appreciate it. Please, if you're able, head over to our first annual night market to celebrate the campaign. It's always very difficult to talk about something so serious and then shift over to a celebration of a campaign and what we're doing and how we're raising awareness. But I think it's very important to see both sides of the coin, because that's how we're going to raise awareness and be able to create a positive experience around not feeling shame about talking about this. And so please head over there tonight if you're able. And so Do you want to light the tree now? Yvonne, would you like to come up and light the tree? So this tree will be lit the entire month of November and continue on during the holiday season and be lit all for the holidays as well. So maybe we'll do a countdown together. I'll stand with you, Yvonne, and if we can count down from 5, I guess, and then we'll light the tree. Okay, you all got to count. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you, everybody. If anybody would like to speak with Yvonne, please, Gail is over there. Please go through Gail to speak with Yvonne, okay? Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. Thank you.